Tonight, can the knockout artist
Kassius Ohno is one of the most talented guys I've ever seen.
Kassius Ohno ain't no one to mess with.
overcome the blackness?
NXT fades to black. Aleister Black has arrived.
Aleister may be from the darkness, but I think he has a very bright future here at NXT.
Kassius Ohno goes one-on-one with Aleister Black.
Welcome to NXT. We have a jam-packed evening. Social media has been buzzing all day about the backstage altercation between NXT champion Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong. Later on tonight, we will take a look at the unseen footage and find out exactly what went down. Then in our main event, we will see Kassius Ohno take on Aleister Black in what is sure to be a heavy-hitting contest. But now, we are going to kick off our night with women's division action.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Billie Kay from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce!
Nigel, did you hear that audible groan that just went throughout the NXT universe?
Groan? I don't think that's the right word. There was a sigh, an ecstatic sigh from the NXT universe because the most iconic duo in NXT history are here.
A sigh is typically a negative feeling. Why are they here?
That's what they do when you get here, mate.
You know better than that, Nigel.
As in recent weeks that Peyton Royce and Billie Kay have reasserted themselves in the NXT women's division. For them, it's all about running the division and hopefully one day attaining the NXT Women's Championship.
Well, bottom line is they were a little concerned when they heard Ember Moon was coming back.
And her opponent from Dallas, Texas, Ember Moon!
We heard from Ember Moon recently saying, I'm going to do everything possible to get back and be better than ever here on NXT.
And if you could read her lips when she started there, I'm back, baby. That's what she said.
Ember is ready to go. This woman is ready to dominate.
Ember Moon was forced to watch TakeOver Chicago, left out of the NXT Women's Championship match because of the champion Asuka.
So a big question, guys. Do you think Ember Moon's mind is perhaps on Asuka and not Peyton Royce?
No, I think with Ember, it's first things first. She knows that Peyton Royce is another obstacle in her way to get to Asuka.
Let's not forget, remember how Ember Moon hurt Billie Kay with that eclipse in the past, giving her a bad stinger. Royce has got to be on the lookout to avoid that.
Like you said, Nigel, I completely agree. You got to think that's in the back of Peyton's mind.
Ember Moon focused here in this match against Peyton Royce. Very important to see where Ember Moon is at physically.
Nice aggressive start from Royce.
Ember Moon lands on her feet. There goes Peyton Royce.
Hey,
And a kick there by Ember Moon and Billie Kay.
Ember looks good to me.
And Peyton Royce are trying to regroup. Into the corner. Oh, connects.
Does look well, doesn't she? Early days, though, early days.
Going up to the top here. Could have been thinking about the eclipse, and Peyton Royce did her homework.
I think Royce was playing possum there, lying in wait.
Billie Kay watching for the outside. Peyton Royce thinking about that fisherman suplex from the top rope. And Ember Moon able to push her off.
Oh, look at this, look.
Oh, the official got hit by Peyton Royce in the process. Didn't see what Billie Kay did. Oh, into the post.
Referee's vision was distracted.
Cover here on Ember Moon and a kick out at 1. Peyton Royce in control here in this match, sending Ember Moon shoulder first into the post. Remember the shoulder injury Ember Moon's been recovering from, and Peyton Royce has taken control here in this match.
Tonight's more like an episode of SmackDown Live.
Peyton Royce targeting the once injured shoulder of Ember Moon here in this match. 2 shots into the steel post, and Ember Moon could be in a bad way here.
And as beautiful as Peyton Royce is, she's just as intelligent, like you said, Tom. Focusing on that injured joint and that shoulder. It's the left shoulder of Ember Moon. Look at the torque there on the AC joint, the striation of the muscles.
Remember, before NXT TakeOver Chicago, the Battle Royal that would determine the #1 contender to the NXT Women's Championship, Asuka launched Ember Moon from this very ring into the barricade. And a cover here on Peyton Royce and a kick out. Ember Moon was not medically cleared to compete in Chicago. Missed out on the title opportunity because of Asuka.
This will be a big test to see how her shoulder holds up.
Well, the right arm's working just fine. And Peyton Royce catching a barrage here, and Ember Moon flies.
First-class flight.
Cover and a kick out off the cross body. Ember Moon able to hook the leg despite the injured shoulder. Trying to shake some life back into the left arm. Ember Moon taken down by Peyton Royce. Peyton could put away Ember here. No, kick out.
Great flexibility from Royce there to get that leg up. Catch Ember Moon underneath the jaw. Second time Moon tried it. Royce made her pay.
Looking really quickly for some advice.
One of the knee right across the face. Ember Moon cover, popped out of it in time.
O'Connor Roll sat deep in the saddle.
Ember Moon is still nursing that arm.
And the left arm, hits with a kick, and Ember Moon caught by Peyton Royce, and down goes Royce. Royce and Kay, they were dreading this moment. Dreading when Ember Moon would be back in action.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
We know what she's got in mind.
Ember Moon up to the top rope.
Peyton, my dear, move.
Ember's got a chip on the shoulder for good reason.
Billie Kay gonna do it for Peyton.
That was the only conscionable thing to do.
Off the top,
Oh!
down goes Billie Kay.
I'll teach Billy to get involved.
God bless Billie Kay, sacrificing herself for a friend. That's true friendship.
And Peyton Royce trying to take advantage. Hold on a sec.
Oh.
Cover on Peyton. Oh, wait a minute. Cover now by Peyton Royce, and Ember Moon still in this match.
Trying for a single leg, but no sprawls into the backslide, perhaps. Oh! Widow's Peak, got it all.
Cover here. Ember Moon is still in this.
Wow.
Still in this match.
Peyton cannot believe it. Her face says it all.
But doesn't it speak volumes about the versatility of Peyton Royce?
Very creative offense here against Ember Moon. But Moon fights on. Billie Kay is out. No insurance policy here for Peyton Royce in this match. Oh, face first into the turnbuckle.
Cazadora rolled through. Royce hit that middle turnbuckle, and now perhaps, oh God, no.
Up to the top one more time. We haven't seen it in a while. Ember Moon is perched, ready to strike. Ember Moon eclipse.
Here it is.
Cover. Welcome back, Ember Moon.
Game over.
Here's your winner, Ember Moon.
Ember Moon's first match back from injury was tested by Peyton Royce, fought through the pain and got the victory. Take a look back here, and this is how Ember Moon got rid of the numbers advantage for the iconic duo.
Well, I would say it's Billie Kay came to the defense of Peyton Royce. Here, Widow's Peak. Great innovation from the young girl from Sydney, Australia. Nearly got the victory then, but unfortunately it was not enough.
Ember Moon with the eclipse, able to put away Peyton Royce tonight here on NXT. And Ember Moon said it, time heals all wounds, but battle scars last forever. The moon has risen again, and the NXT Women's Division has officially been put on notice. The action is far from over. Tonight in our main event, Cassius Ohno will square off with Aleister Black. Will Ohno be able to hit the rolling elbow, or will he fade to black? Let's check in on NXT's resident knockout artist.
Cassius. Look, I have not had a success here in NXT that I had in Japan. I have been letting that get to me. Push you, yell you. I'm sorry for everything.
I appreciate that, Hideo. Yeah. I said I know what you're going through because I do, man. How many people expect things out of me? They expect things out of you, and when we can't give that to them, it just makes us so angry and frustrated. But I'm not done. You're not done,
Yeah.
right? We got plenty left to give. We got to do it the right way. I'm gonna start tonight in the ring with Aleister Black.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. But what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Product not yet rated.
still to come. We'll be taking a look at the never-before-seen footage of the chaos that happened earlier today between NXT champion Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 520 pounds, Gabriel and Uriel, the Ely Brothers!
The Ely Brothers, we've seen them step up in the tag team division before, and tonight another opportunity to prove themselves in a very competitive division.
It is very competitive, but they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight, because Eric Young and Alexander Wolf are going to be furious. Coming up short against Roderick Strong and Cassius Ohno in the past. Going to want to win extra strong tonight.
Uriel on the right, Gabriel on the left there for a moment. Hard to tell these twins apart. Gabriel and Uriel have been very successful in their time at the WWE Performance Center. Sanity has been all over NXT in recent weeks. Just last week we saw the brawl between Nikki Cross and Asuka explode here inside the NXT arena. Recently we've seen Killian Dane strike out in his own and face No Way Jose, but it's been the leader, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf, who stuck together in tag team competition.
Didn't fare too well against Roderick Strong and Cassius Ohno, as I mentioned before.
There's one thing we know about Sanity, it's the consequences, it's the fallout, some of their shortcomings that can be the most dangerous situation. Versus a man like Eric Young, when he's got one sole focus, how bad of a situation is that for the Ely Brothers?
That is very bad. That makes Eric Young extremely dangerous, in my opinion. But I tell you what, you can't take the Ely Brothers lightly. These guys are capable. I've seen them. I've seen their work. I've seen these guys practice. They're strong. They're mobile. They can get the job done.
So here we go. This is Uriel to start it off for the Ely Brothers against Alexander Wolf. And now Wolf, straight right hands there.
Big man from Dresden likes to throw.
Oh, talk about a big man, 265-pounder in Uriel Ely. Tag made Eric Young back into the match. Oh, face first and boom! Elbow drop there to the back of the neck.
Great combination. Uriel in the wrong part of town, headed in the wrong direction as well.
Oh! We just saw last week how the authors of pain are prepared to put heavy machinery as the first quote footnote in the book of dominance, but they better keep an eye on a team like Alexander Wolf and Eric Young of Sanity. Oh! And a boot up, and Uriel makes a tag to his brother Gabriel. Oh! And a pump kick there by Wolf takes down Gabriel. Oh! Big uppercut from Wolf.
And another tag, in comes Young. Good showing for Sanity this week thus far.
And some frequent tags here from Sanity. It's become their calling card in recent weeks. Another tag. Wolf back in for Young.
Look at this rotation here by Eric Young and Alexander Wolf.
Keeping the fresh competitor in the match.
Gotta put Gabriel in the way, though.
He's toying. Alexander Wolf is toying with Gabriel right now. Look at this.
Allowing him to try and reach and hope. Now bringing Gabriel down to the mat.
Knee in the lower back, making it difficult for Gabriel to breathe. Gabriel needs to shoot that left hip underneath himself to reverse the pressure. It's easier said than done. And a man the size of Wolf on your back.
And to get a first-hand look at NXT's new generation and see how WWE superstars are made, join us at the WWE Performance Center All Access, July 24th in Orlando, Florida. Tickets are available now. Visit nxttickets.com for more information. Gabriel trying to break free here of the clutches of Alexander Wolf. Very close to his brother Uriel, but taken down by Gabriel. Now Wolf, into the corner, and a tag made, and in comes Uriel.
Get him off, come on!
Wolf trying to sell. Leaping into the neck breaker. Young takes him down. And a rake to the eye, and the kick there, taking down his opponent.
I don't think the referee saw it. He was dealing with Eric.
He was dealing with Eric Young, and now Sanity capitalizes, leaps into the neck breaker. The assist from Wolf. Sanity on top.
Beautiful tag team wrestling.
Just not enough experience for the Ely brothers right now.
I don't know if I describe anything Sanity does as beautiful, but it was effective.
Let's take a look at it, how it did it. Off the middle rope with the jumping neck breaker. Ely was down for the count.
Alexander Wolf and Eric Young of Sanity getting the victory here tonight here on NXT. But last week, Sanity member Nikki Cross, things weren't as certain for her as she took part in the triple threat elimination match for the NXT Women's Championship. It came down to Asuka and Nikki Cross, but things broke down into a vicious brawl backstage here at Full Sail University. Asuka and Nikki Cross not listening to the officials, would battle all throughout the backstage area. Nikki Cross getting the best of the champion Asuka here in this situation. The two cannot be controlled. Nikki Cross then dragging Asuka back out into the arena and up into the tech area here inside the arena until this. Cross launching herself at Asuka and wiping out both the champion and the challenger, bringing this triple threat elimination match to a screeching halt last week. Due to the chaotic and inconclusive nature of the ending of this match, General Manager Mr. William Regal has ordered that Nikki Cross and Asuka will meet again next week in a last woman standing match. There will be no champion's advantage, and we will see how far both will go for the NXT Women's Championship.
Trained in judo, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. She is a dangerous, dangerous woman, perhaps one of the baddest women on the NXT roster.
From Shalom, New Jersey, Sonya Deville!
I never asked for this. I was born for this. Beating people up?
Oh my God!
Sure.
Sonya Deville has made an impact, a mixed martial arts background that she brings to the ring.
Still taking the gloves off.
I was born to fight.
Sonya's toying with her right now.
Failure is not an option.
Oh my word!
Put your hair up and square up.
Welcome back, and we want to send a very special thank you out to the band Power Flow for Resistance, the official theme song of NXT. It's off their self-titled album Power Flow, available June 23rd on iTunes and Spotify. The action rolls on here tonight on NXT.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from St. Paul, Minnesota, Rachel Evers.
Rachel Evers ready for competition one more time here inside Full Sail University. And Rachel Evers, she has all the tools.
She certainly does. She's a likable woman, no question about it. Once that bell rings, she can get the job done. Great technique, and she's a striker.
And has a powerlifting background to back up some of the strength she brings to the ring.
And her opponent from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Here's perhaps one of the most intimidating new faces as a part of the new era here on NXT.
Time to put your hair up and square up. That's a mantra that she lives by. I see you, Sonya.
Sonya Deville, Nigel, how do you deal with a superstar who's transitioning from the mixed martial arts world into sports entertainment?
Well, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't go strike for strike with the girl. You can't compete in terms of submissions. So really, you've got to use the ropes, run around her, perhaps even get on the outside of the ring, confuse her. That's, to me, got to be your best strategy.
Hey, look, you got to wrestle a fighter and fight a wrestler.
Personally, I think there's something pretty scary about a superstar who's accustomed to cage fighting, so to speak, and then coming into the NXT universe where your imagination can run wild.
I would be scared. Legitimate MMA record, 3-1. Once beat two girls on the same night.
Oh, wow. It takes down Evers. Oh, my goodness.
Yikes.
Coming in strong here and a kick out by Evers.
Just a 1 count, but I've got to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if she got a 3 there. I've seen people knocked out with strikes to the back like that.
Oh!
Nice escape.
Dropping Deville, cover, and a kick out at 1. Oh! Oh, wow. Deville.
Deville, she's aggressive.
Percy, what is Deville's reputation around the WWE Performance Center?
Well, I keep hearing about how well of a rounded fighter that she is. She's got impactful, deadly strikes, very tight submissions. You know, that's all, of course, because of her MMA background.
We know what she brings to the ring, but what about her attitude amongst the other members in the NXT Women's Division?
Well, she doesn't really have many friends. She's just here to win. That's it. Bottom line. She wants to get her hands on an NXT Women's Championship.
Has the body scissors on, the body triangle. Trying to put a lot of pressure on those ribs, make it difficult for Evers to breathe.
Grinding the forearm into the face there of Evers.
Evers got to protect the neck, got to keep that chin down. Prevent a sleep hold.
Shoulders down, kick out by Evers. Or rather by Deville. Oh, and a double leg takedown. Putting Evers back on the mat. Now a cover by Deville, kick out by Evers. Look at that smile on the face of Sonya Deville.
It's more like a smirk.
Clearly in control, isn't she? She knows it only takes one. One strike, one submission to win a match.
Jawbreaker there to Deville, and Evers stops Deville in her tracks with the boot. That might have been a mistake by Evers. Oh, only got under the skin there of Sonya Deville.
Oh, off comes the glove.
Oh! Oh! I heard Deville, she said, you messed up. Oh my gosh. Deville. Deville isolating the left arm here.
Oh, trying. Double wrist lock. There it is, the tap.
Gonna get the submission here from Evers.
Here is your winner by submission, Sonya Deville.
Seated double wrist lock got the job done. Dangerous and capable. I see big things in the future for Sonya Deville.
I told you how well-rounded she was. She knocked out Lacey Evans recently with that big flying knee strike. Now she just submitted Rachel over here. This girl's going places.
An exciting look at the new era in the NXT Women's Division. Sonya Deville, she gets the win. Very impressive.
Very impressive. I expect big things for this girl in the future.
When you talk about big things, that's exactly what Bobby Roode has in mind. And now lately, he's been pestered in his mind by Roderick Strong. And there was an altercation we're going to take you back to earlier today on the campus of Full Sail University.
There you go. Nice.
Listen, you don't tell the champ when to smile. I'm the one that barks the orders around. As a matter of fact, let me see those. Oh, hey, look! It's the Strong family. Hey, guys, how's it going? That's a beautiful baby boy you got there. It really is. I mean, you guys keep popping them out, you're going to need that double wide sooner than you think, right? Huh? What's up, Marina? Hey! Whenever you feel like being with a real man, you let me know. Okay?
Come on! I want you now! I want you now! Come on! Oh, you want me? You want a shot at the title? Anytime! Anywhere! Come on, Strong!
The rivalry can no longer be contained, and in 2 weeks, on the 400th episode of NXT, it will be Bobby Roode defending the NXT Championship against Roderick Strong. Roode has made things personal, and Roddy is now determined to not only defend his family's honor, but to achieve his goal of becoming the NXT Champion. In tonight's main event, we will see Cassius Ohno try to prove to Hideo Itami that you make your own future when he takes on the mysterious and undefeated Aleister Black. Our main event is next.
On July 24th, interact, engage, and be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's the WWE Performance Center All Access. Go behind the scenes and meet your favorite superstars.
You call me nothing except glorious.
Cut a promo.
You're not cocky if you back it up.
Make an entrance, and so much more.
I don't think I'm ever gonna forget this as long as I live.
The WWE Performance Center All Access. Tickets are available.
Next week on NXT, we will see Asuka defend not only her historic undefeated streak, but her NXT Women's Championship against the uncontrollable Nikki Cross in a last woman standing match. One is crazed and one is unbeatable, but they will both put it all on the line to be champion.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It is time for our main event here on NXT.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 260 pounds, Cassius Ohno!
Cassius Ohno out here to prove the point that if you want to fight your way back from highs and lows, you do it the right way. This is a message being sent to Hideo Itami.
Ohno and Itami both came up short in title matches against Bobby Roode, and perhaps they've gone in different directions since then.
Yes, Ohno. I know him from the early days of NXT. This guy has a lot of endurance. Catch you with that rolling elbow, it's going to be over for any opponent he faces.
Competed all over the world against an eclectic bunch of individuals. Very talented.
And his opponent from Amsterdam, Holland, weighing in at 205 pounds, Aleister Black!
He has been prolific since arriving here to NXT, unbeaten and pure dominance from Aleister Black. Tonight, Cassius Ohno stands in his way.
I mean, what else can you really say about Aleister Black? I mean, this guy is like a lost soul who finds himself by abusing and destroying and punishing other men.
And there is history between Cassius Ohno and Aleister Black. Not to mention these two both being very, very good strikers. This could be a matchup of who lands that key knockout blow.
That's certainly going to be the story in this match. A long storied history between these two. Ohno actually had a big hand in training Black many years ago. But this is a very different Aleister Black to that man. Calm and collected, in a meditative pose right now, but he's ready to strike.
Two men who walk very different paths here on NXT, set to collide.
Huge implications in this match for whichever man wins. It's Aleister Black's Black Mass spinning heel kick against the rolling elbow of Cassius Ohno.
This is a matchup that Cassius Ohno wanted to prove a point to Hideo Itami. He said he'd point out the best and brightest. Talked about how long these two men have known each other. Both men sizing each other up early on here in this match, trying to get a feel for the first move. First offensive strategy here. Cassius Ohno could enjoy the power advantage here. Oh, but dumping Aleister Black, who's right back up.
As I said before, Tom, these guys have known each other a long time, but this is a different world for these two. Way more on the line, a lot more at stake. Haven't seen a lot of striking so far, feeling out process.
Ohno trying to lean into Aleister Black, 260 pounds, but taken down by Black. Black's so quick and nimble and right up here.
Wow, what strength. From a front facelock, standing up. Gently puts Black on the top rope. Clean break, yes. Okay.
Now Ohno right back in here on Aleister Black. Gonna see which of these two men is gonna gain the first opportunity here to take a man down. Going after the left arm here early of Cassius Ohno.
A simple wrist look. A wrist lever. Just to roll forward and reverse the pressure, or this is one way out of it. Pulls himself to the hammerlock. Different escape, perhaps. Really are seeing here the human game of chess, as Gordon Solie like to call it.
Can't help but look at all the tattoos on Aleister Black's body. Each one tells a story of how he's had to overcome adversity over his lifetime. So many hours.
Now Ohno bringing Black down to the mat here. Oh, looking for the first cover here of this match out at one. Aleister Black right back on top of Ohno.
See the way he kicked out of it, though. Just didn't kick out and came up front. to the front face look. Keeps it on. Perhaps trying for a Grobbit. Nope. Comes out to the wrist. But back to the front face again. And to the wrist. Great technical.
Oh, and down to the mat goes Aleister Black. Cassius Ohno trying to keep Black down here on the mat. The official looking out for a pinfall opportunity, perhaps.
Nice nip up. To the key lock. Hammerlock, down he goes. Great technical wrestling from both men. Delight to see.
And Cassius Ohno reaches out to the bottom rope, breaks up the submission here.
And a clean break from Black.
This is exactly what Cassius Ohno told Hideo Itami. This is doing things the right way. This is how you compete. Both these men. Oh, tying up again, and now Ohno right to the chest of Aleister Black.
Ohno elects to change things up, turning this into a striking game. I'm not sure if that was the right strategy against Black.
Oh, right to the chest.
That kickboxing background I mentioned earlier.
Oh, wait, oh, and Ohno went for a strike instead. Aleister Black trying to slow him down here. Off the ropes. Oh, look at Aleister Black with the evasion here. Cassius Ohno giving chase and dropped down. Oh, and Black, wanted the Black Mass, and instead Ohno out of the ring. Here comes Black through the ropes, and right back to the center.
Great poise and composure from Black. To see Ohno moving on the outside.
Black seated, centering his mind, getting himself back to the true path.
And I better be careful. I've seen Black pop up and hit that Black Mass kick from here.
Oh, and Ohno went right back in on what he thought was a prone opponent there. Oh, and here comes Aleister Black.
Oh, look at the combination by Black.
Sending Ohno into the ropes. Big forearm. Black is down, as is Ohno. This match is just getting started here, and it's going to get physical between Ohno and Black.
NXT is the next generation, and the next generation has arrived.
NXT, the future is now.
We are live at Full Sail University. Over the last year, NXT has grown into a major force. NXT is taking over.
You could be looking at some future Hall of Famers competing here tonight.
How impressive and how exciting the future of WWE is.
NXT redefined the sports entertainment landscape.
The future is now.
NXT, the future is now. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
That's what starts it off. 1, 2, 3, go! Ooh, yeah!
Basics, coast to coast and all over the nation.
Son of the million! From here, it's higher and higher we go.
Can't replace
Let's
it.
get this thing going.
You know you can't replace it.
This is the pinnacle of entertainment.
Clap your hands to the beat.
WrestleMania. It will be a night forever etched in history. NXT TakeOver.
Do you feel the energy in here?
Incredible.
You understand what I'm saying to you? No, you know you can't replace it.
I'm still in a state of shock right now.
Clap your hands to the beat.
Watch that mouth.
Oh, Cassius Ohno with a straight right here to Aleister Black in our main event. Cassius Ohno with something to prove here tonight.
And it is the bigger man from Dayton, Ohio, who has the advantage.
Boom, right on the jaw.
Black better check his teeth after that one.
Cover here, and a kick out by Black. One more look here, Cassius Ohno, boom, right there across the face of Aleister Black. Now Cassius Ohno. This has turned into a striking matchup. Who is going to land that one key blow that could win the match?
Ohno got him up, snapmare. Traps the arm. A simple rear chin lock, but a lot of torque on that neck, a lot of damage done. More importantly, putting a lot of his weight across the back of Aleister Black.
And Nigel, we've never seen Aleister Black in this position before. Cassius Ohno has almost humanized Aleister Black and what he's doing to him here right now.
Yeah, this is impressive. But again, I think that speaks to their history together. I think if anyone knows Aleister Black intimately in that way, it's Cassius Ohno.
Yeah. Oh, all of his weight on the senton.
I completely have to agree with you,
Can
Nigel.
Ohno capitalize? Cover here and a kick out by Black.
You never see Aleister Black take this type of abuse, but I agree.
And Cassius Ohno, he's not intimidated by the mystique of Aleister Black.
Well, he's mocking Black. Take a look at that face.
A little gamesmanship, perhaps.
Is he trying to get in Aleister Black's head?
It's a dark place to be.
Is this a strategy? I don't know.
Oh, face first. Oh, there's a boot.
Maybe.
Now Ohno cover here on Aleister Black out at 2. And Aleister Black is checking his teeth after that one. I think Cassius Ohno is a man who flat out likes to fight. Likes to dish out punishment, likes to take it to an extent. Oh!
Just talking trash to Black. Might be in his head.
Oh! Black is standing. Whoa!
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Switch again. Thought about the O'Connor, couldn't get it.
Oh, snap!
Certainly got that, didn't he? But perhaps like Ohno was trying to baseball slide underneath the man. Caught him with that double stomp low. Low in the belly.
Ohno back up, trying to get his wind back, but Aleister Black not going to let him. Oh! And now Aleister Black starting to pick up the speed off the moonsault.
Could this be it?
Whoa, what did Black Mass connected with a kick anyway. Cover, hook to the leg. Cassius Ohno still in it.
How about the resiliency of Cassius Ohno? Still able to kick out after that big kick to the temple.
How about the innovation of Aleister Black? Missed the Black Mass, but came straight back with the side kick. Take the bigger man down. Clubbing kicks, 2-3.
Ohno able to catch the leg. Oh! How is Aleister Black still on his feet?
Talking about jaw jacked.
Black woozy in the corner. Or is he lying in wait? I don't know.
Could be a fantastic opportunity for Cassius Ohno. Into the corner here on Aleister Black. Oh! Right across the cheek, and Ohno returns the favor. Ohno into the cover.
Is that it?
Aleister Black gets the shoulder up.
So very close though. Ohno now pushing the advantage. Showing the benefit of all those years of experience. He's just a step ahead of Black.
Still a lot of fight left in both these men here in our main event tonight on NXT.
Strong forearm from Ohno. If he can hit that rolling version, surely going to get the victory here against Black. Tick, 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 tick. No.
Oh, hold on a sec. Cover here on Ono. Ono out at 2. Now look at Aleister Black lighting up Cassius Ono.
Cover him.
Cover on Ono. Aleister Black can't put him away. Watch this one more time. Aleister Black so quick, taking Ono down in the knee, right underneath the jaw, but somehow Cassius Ono sticking around in this match. Now look at the eyes of Aleister Black. Wants to end this match, wants to end Cassius Ono here tonight. Oh, and look at Ono. Ono holding onto the ropes.
Ono blocks, he knows he's in trouble, he knows he's hurt.
Whoa. Ono out onto the apron. Oh, boot there to Aleister Black. Back inside the ring. Oh. Oh, that one connected. And Aleister Black is down. And Cassius Ono's back up. Oh, right on the jaw. Ono stacking him up. Good cover here. Kick out by Black.
Super close, that rolling cyclone boot out of the corner. Black is hurt and he's danger. Can Ono put him away though?
So many different ways that these two men can strike from any position.
This is a huge opportunity for Ono right now. He's got to dig deep and find a way to put it in to finish his job here tonight.
Pulled that elbow protector off the arm.
Oh! Oh! Every one of these landed, echoing throughout the arena.
Release suplex, landed him high across the shoulders. Black prone. Could this be it?
I don't know how Black is still moving.
Oh, Black Mass! Ono wanted the rolling elbow, instead fades to Black.
Here is your winner, Aleister Black!
Black wins. What a match. What a test for this man from Amsterdam, but he came out on top. Cassius Ono was looking for that rolling elbow, but instead it was the Black Mass spinning heel kick of Aleister Black that picked up the victory.
Take one more look back here. This was down the stretch here of this match. These two men trading heavyweight style shots back and forth. And then Ono with a release suplex here. But the fight was not over there.
As this match will continue, here it was. As I said, Ono tried for the rolling elbow, but instead, Black Mass for Aleister Black. And he is the victor.
Aleister Black, right back where he began, here tonight, center of the ring, organizing his thoughts. A man who has carved out his own dark path here on NXT.